Hey, it's TJ, and today I want to shed some light on a topic that is super important when it comes to skincare. The sun, UV, and how to know that your skin is properly protected. Helios, Sol, Duwang Atit, Araw, the sun. No matter what we call it around the world, we see it as the ultimate source of life. After all, it gives us that warm glow and helps our bodies produce that bone building and immunity boosting vitamin D. But as much as we love to bask in it, there's a dark side to this sunny story. But before we dive into this video, please subscribe to my channel. By subscribing, you'll stay up to date with my latest content, ensuring you never miss out on a single thing that's hot in the world of anti-aging skincare. So go ahead, click that subscribe button now and let the adventure begin. Okay, so back to Le Soleil. That's the sun in French. As beautiful as those warm rays feel on the skin, they're made up of skin-busting ultraviolet radiation, UVA, UVB and UVC, two of which wreak havoc on our skin. These effects can range from the superficial, with things like wrinkles, sagging skin, crepiness and liver spots, to seriously scary issues like melanomas, carcinomas, cataracts and blindness. So, what's the difference? UVA radiation makes up approximately 95% of all the radiation that reaches the Earth's surface, where we live. And it's the UVA penetrating deep into the skin that gives us a tan. It's the main type of UV used in tanning beds, and it causes almost all types of skin aging, from wrinkles and sagging to pigmentation and crepiness. But UVA damage does more than just attack the surface of the skin. It also targets the collagen and the elastin. And along with that, it also causes free radicals within the body. Next up, we have UVB. Now, UVB makes up just 5% of all of the UV that reaches the surface of the Earth. But don't let that small percentage fool you, because UVB is very high energy. UVB damages skin cells, and it also causes mutations within the DNA that can eventually lead to melanoma and other types of skin cancer. UVB radiation from the sun can also cause cataracts, which if left untreated over time can cause blindness. So while its concentration is around 5%, its damaging effects on the skin and the body are among the worst. And the third type is UVC. Now, luckily for us, UVC is filtered out and absorbed by the Earth's atmosphere. But if it could reach us at the Earth's surface, it would cause severe burns, corneal damage, skin ulceration, and a multitude of deadly cancers. UVC is the most dangerous of all of the UV rays, but it's not a risk to the average person because the sun's UVC rays can't penetrate the skin because they're not penetrating the ozone layer. This is why it's so crucial to protect ourselves on those warm and sunny spring and summer days. But you should also know that the clouds can't save you from those UV rays. Yep, you can still get a sunburn on those cloudy and overcast days, so SPF is essential. But what type of SPF should you be using? In the world of sunscreen, there are two main types out there: chemical sunscreens and physical sunscreens. Physical protection is like having a superpower cape made of zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. These ingredients are super safe on the skin and rarely cause any issues, making them perfect for people with sensitive skin, pregnant queens, and the youngest and smallest of our society. The way that they work is that they reflect the UV rays off of the skin. But heads up, they do leave a bit of a white film, especially if you're like me and you need to use a super high SPF. Which for me, I use SPF 50 as a minimum. On the flip side, chemical sunscreens are like those undercover agents. They absorb those UV rays, so you don't have to deal with them. These sunscreen creams and sprays contain a mix of different chemicals, with each individual chemical blocking a specific part of the UV spectrum. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? But make sure you choose a sunscreen with a broad spectrum protection, just to cover all those bases. So when you're applying your sunscreen, how do you know that you've covered absolutely every inch of your face, your neck, and your body? The issue here is that sunscreen, when you apply it to the skin, tends to be transparent, making it really difficult to know if you've missed any spots. And the smallest areas exposed to UV can become big problems later down the line. So it's super important that you make sure that you are covered from head to toe and not missing a single spot. For this, I call on my trusty UV camera mirror. Now this sunscreen mirror with UV camera has got a double mirror inside. You can turn it on by pushing once, then up here you can push it a second time to dim the light, and then a third time for the lowest light setting. The upper mirror offers 2 times magnification, which is perfect if you're applying your makeup on the go, touching up your sunscreen, whatever you need to do. And the lower mirror down here, if you push and hold, you can activate the UV camera. Now I'm going to show you exactly what you see when you use this type of camera and why it's such an amazing tool for your anti-aging skincare routine. If you're looking online for this kind of thing, the one that I have here, the box looks like this. This is the Fenchilin Sunscreen UV Makeup Mirror. And the mirror itself is perfectly sized to fit into your purse or your wallet or your handbag or your pocket. If you're a guy, don't be embarrassed about carrying this kind of thing. There's absolutely no shame in taking care of your skin, because anti-aging aside, failing to provide proper protection can cause a whole host of issues that you're really not going to want to deal with as you get older. Now I mentioned earlier on that when I use sunscreen, I use a minimum of SPF 50. And the sunscreen that I use is a Korean brand. It's the Neogen Dermology Daylight Protection Sunscreen SPF 50. This sunscreen is organic, it's hypoallergenic, it's infused with 49% centella extract and is formulated with 100% chemical filters, which leaves zero streakiness, white cast, and is a beautiful lightweight texture. So what I'm going to do is I am going to set the mirror up so that I can record it behind me, and I'm going to apply my sunscreen, and then I'm going to show you what things look like in the UV mirror. So let's do this. Right, so my sunscreen is all applied. As you can see, it is absorbed beautifully. You can hardly see that there's anything on the skin at all. And it's a very unisex fragrance. It doesn't smell particularly female, it doesn't smell particularly male. It's just a very natural, light, citrusy fragrance. But the best part is I know that my skin is now well protected for at least the next 3 hours. So I can go out and about outdoors with absolute confidence that my skin is going to be well protected and that those pesky UVA and UVB rays are not going to be attacking my skin. And of course, I'm going to carry my UV camera mirror with me when I go out. I have no shame. I will quite happily pull this out in public and look at it. And if anyone's got a problem with it, well, their problem, not mine. And of course, if I've recently done a treatment like one of my superficial peels or microneedling or anything that's going to make my skin photosensitive, I'll apply my sunscreen if I'm able to use sunscreen after the treatment. But if not, I still have one thing that I use to protect my face and neck from the sun. And the thing that I use is my trusty sunscreen hat. Is pop up the first button, pop up the second button, and then I have this little eye slot here. I can throw my sunglasses on for UV protection for my eyes, and I am well and truly protected. But yeah, there's everything you need to know about UV rays and the ways to protect your skin from them. But if you've still got any questions, feel free to drop them in the comment section right down here. I do try to answer as many of you as I can, but if I don't get round to your question, please don't hate me. Of course, if you enjoyed this video or you just found it useful, I always appreciate a like. It's the easiest way to help my channel continue to grow, helping my content reach a wider audience. And if my harassment at the start of the video didn't convince you, but my content has, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you're first to know whenever I upload a new video. I hope you have an amazing day today and a great week ahead of you, and I really look forward to seeing you in my next video. So till then, TJ over and out.